Good morning. It's day 7. We've made it. Just coming up for 5:30, or just gone 5:30, sorry. So I'm just about to get a quick coffee, and I'm going to head to the car boot sale this morning. So yeah, I'll update you in a bit. Right, so we are off. We are going to a car boot sale this morning, and we're going to a place called Pedham Place, which is Swanley. So this one is a pretty big car boot sale. So it's now just 5:45. So we'll get there in probably about 15-20 minutes. So it'll be just after like 6 by the time I actually get there. So let's go and have a look to see what we can find to flip online. So this is the last day of the challenge. So thank you very much for everyone who has helped me and motivated me and got me kind of like hyped up to be able to finish this 7-day kind of like 2x in my business. I will obviously, like, when I get back, I'm going to like give you a bit more of an update. I still need to like upload my new listings today, but so they're all ready to go in the draft bank, so not an issue there at all. But yeah, sales yesterday were diabolical. Absolutely horrendous. I have no clue what's going on with my store at the moment, but yeah, it's very, very, very concerning. So I might have to like do a bit of a deep dive into that to see what's going on. But most important thing at the moment is just getting out and getting some more stock. So let's have it. Right, we have arrived, and it's a glorious morning. So like really nice, weather's perfect, temperature's good, not too like cold, not too hot. So yeah, let's go and have a look, see what we can find. Right, we've been here for probably about 10-15 minutes now. We've secured like one IKEA bag's worth. Not loads in there, but some pretty average items, but fine, like nice and cheap as well. So that bag could just cost me £15. So right, I need to like really concentrate now and try and get as much as I possibly can. This is definitely what they would class in the industry as the golden hour. This is where you need to like be really quite focused and just concentrate on like picking up as much items as you possibly can. So for me, it's a case of like trying to do like one lap as quickly as I possibly can, and then like once I've done that, then go back and actually like be a little bit more controlled and actually have a good look to see what else is out there. So as you see, we are having it now. Right, just met up with a subscriber called Phil. Phil, thank you so much. I really do appreciate kind of like the having a quick chat, and also like the deal on the Patagonia jacket. Very much appreciated. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Right, that's it. We are done for the sourcing. So I'm gonna like get myself back home now, get myself some breakfast, have a chill out, and yeah, get on with the rest of the day. So we've managed to like get a couple of bags. So we've got like one IKEA bag, and then we've got a full granny trolley of stuff. Good amount of like new with tags as well today. So like all in all, like, reasonably, not a huge amount of like quantity, but the quality wise on some of this is incredible. Right, we are clearly back in the office now, and I've just unloaded the items I picked up. I will run through those in a bit, but I need to like quickly get my listings up and live now. So it's now 10 o'clock in the morning. So like kind of eBay probably is like reeling that I've actually taken like a bit of time to actually upload it, but let's get those uploaded. This is the last day of me doing the 30-day listing challenge. So like if you've made it through like kind of like the series, thank you so much for kind of the support. It's been really quite overwhelming, but I'm gonna like get on with doing this now. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to the draft, so manage drafts. I've currently got 103 in the draft bank. As always, I'm going to always like list from the oldest first, because I want to like make sure that they go into the store like in correct order. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the 30. I'm going to like kind of I'll pause it there for you. Right, so we've now selected all of the ones that I'm kind of setting live today. So we've got 30 selected now. Total value for those is £1,213.10. So if we like divide that by 30, that gives us an average price of £40 an item. So really strong today. So we've got some standout bits. So some new replay jeans. We've got some Superdry varsity jackets. We've got some DeWalt boots. So yeah, some good bits going in there today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit that. Submit with displayed fees. And that's now all done. So now we've got left in the draft bank 73 that I've actually got to like move forward from next week. So as of Monday, then I'm going to like make a decision on what I'm actually going to do, whether I go to 15 or whether I do 20. I'm not too sure yet, but I will definitely have a think about that one. But I also need to like quickly go on to like the performance to see how yesterday got on. Spoiler alert, not great. In other words, it was actually terrible. Yesterday was so bad. Right, let's have a go. Let's have a quick look. I feel like kind of like a bit devastated about this. I feel like, honestly, I feel a bit of a fraud, like when I've actually got sales like this. So this is Saturday the 2nd of August. Generate reports. 4 sales. That was it. 4 for the whole day. Absolutely one of the worst days of the whole year for me. Absolutely terrible. Average selling price £21.71 as well. Again, awful on that side of it. Total sales £86.84. I think we'll leave that as it is. Like kind of like we will try and move on and try and hopefully like kind of like improve on that, because that is not sustainable, and I'm well aware of that. Right, on a slightly more positive note, let me show you what I actually picked up from the car boot this morning. So we've got 33 items I picked up today, ranging from kind of like okay to like some really nice bits. So first one, which is a Gap shirt. So, but it's old school like Gap. So like nice heavy duty. It's like a denim shirt, that one. Not kind of massive value, but hopefully like 25-ish kind of pounds. Then we got a hoodie, just an Adidas one, but like this one, Y2K vibes on this. Again, not vast amounts of money, 15 to 20, hopefully on something like that. Then we've got a jacket by G-Star Raw. Just on there. It's a fairly small, I think it is a size small, this one. Size medium actually. But it's a like nice military style, that one. Hopefully should be getting 25 to 30. That's the kind of like mark that I'm at. Like I'm looking for like kind of the £30 plus. As you can see, like the amount of like what I put in today, sometimes the value does like go up. So like average listing price was like over 40 today. Right, this one here, I do need to do a bit of research on there. Just like I picked up this fleece jacket, just because I actually like kind of the indicators. I didn't look it up in the field, but on there, okay. So it says on that one, girl on, so girl of Muse. Just like kind of the tags, like felt like they're like a nice cotton tag. So the honestly, like for me, I just thought this was actually a nice like quality bit of clothing, but I will need to double check that obviously. Right, then we got a fairly standard pair of trousers. These are like by Rohan. They are a nice kind of like, they're a bit more of a lined one, these ones. So like nice hiking, walking side of it. Women's size 10, probably 20, 25 for those as well. Then we got this one here. It's a kind of like a bomber jacket, this one. Nice, it's vintage, this one. So it's on the back, it's got a really cool embroidered. So this one here, like a fender. So that one there is California and designed and manufactured by the Fender, the real ones. I just thought something like that was like a little bit like, okay, sometimes they do like really, really well. Other times they just sit around. But I would have hoped like a vintage like bit from America, like hopefully should do like quite well. Then we've got a Nike vintage track jacket with old school Nike logo on there. I think this has got, yeah, it's like a silver tag logo as well on there. 25, 30 for that one. All right, then we got a sweater or a sweatshirt, another like Nike one. This one, nice big spell out on the front. So this one, Tracktown Go Nike on the silver tag. 18, 20, maybe a little bit higher, but it's got a little bit of fading on it. But on that type, that should do like quite well. Right, then we got a fairly generic pair of like jeans, not reasonable size on these, but these are fairly like warm, but Polo Ralph Lauren. Got that button fly on there, looking reasonably good condition. £25 should go for those. Then we got a kind of rain jacket by Timberland. Nice big size this one, so 3XL on there. So like big size, perfect. So it's a fairly lightweight one as well. Timberland as a brand like is definitely not the strongest. Does okay, but I would have thought £22 for those ones. Right, then we actually have the next bit a few which have like definitely like pushed the price of my cost of goods up quite considerably. So I paid up for these ones, but these ones here are jeans wise. Okay, these are brand new with tags, and the brand which is Adelaide. I actually don't even know how to actually pronounce this. Agold, Los Angeles Premium. But these ones are bonkers expensive. But having them like new with tags as well. So new, these ones, you can see, £230 brand new, these ones. So I paid, I think it works out about the £15, roughly speaking, for those ones. Then we've got another pair. Again, like new with tags as well for those. And then we've got, these ones are like really cool. So these ones here, more jeans, again, with tags, but these are Carhartt. So I paid £30 like a pair for these ones, but brand new, these are going for 120, 140, I think. So I do think that my money is safe on these ones. Size medium as well, so it's a good size, and they are like the carpenter style as well. So you can tell the carpenter, they've got like this little kind of like tag at the bottom there. And I bought 2 pairs of those ones.
Right, complete.
So yeah, they should do like kind of like really well. I have got a bag as well, which I'll show you in a moment.
Right, I completely forgot to show you the last item that I picked up from the car boot, which was this day pack.
Right, so this is it. So it's actually by the brand AER, and I just like get it out. So really like good quality this, and it's actually new with tags. Originally priced at £160. Now I paid like £20 for this, and I think looking at solds, like anything up to like 120 to 130 I should get for this. So I'm really pleased with that one, which I got that was new with tags as well. And then we've got a polo shirt, and this is, if you know that logo, so that's Vivienne Westwood just on there. What did I pay for that one? I think I paid £4 for that one, and that will probably be 25, 30. We've got a fairly kind of generic, I do like picking this one. This is Arnie. So it's a full zip, kind of lightweight jumper. 18, 20 for that one. And then another like fairly generic shirt. This is Ralph Lauren. The key difference with the Ralph Lauren, they go in like different orders. So you get Ralph Lauren green label, which I think is sold in
places like Walmart in America, so it's fairly low value. Then you've got Chaps, Ralph Lauren, again, pretty much low. Then it goes on to Polo Ralph Lauren, and then Ralph Lauren. And then after that, then it starts to going up in like kind of like in quality. So you have Polo Country, then, and there are lots of other subdivisions. But if you can find the Country, if you can find the ones that have got the purple label on it, they're worth really a lot of money. But also like the double RRL, I think even though like the purple label is like the most expensive one, double RL probably commands more kind of resale value for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah, nice pink like Ralph Lauren. So this is a good, I think this one, this shirt would probably have been 120 to 140 new. So like kind of like picking that up for a couple of pounds, and I'd hope 25 to 30 pound for that. Then we got a hoodie, and this is by All Saints. All Saints is a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes it does really well, other times it can stick around like quite a while. But that's the tag on there. Nice kind of like zip features. Again, like I'm probably going to be talking around about the 25 to 30 mark for that. And then we've got a shirt by Paul Smith, just on there. It's got the pony logo. Now I sold one of these a couple of days ago, and it didn't sell for very much at all. So I need to like probably, but it sold fast. So I think I may well have actually underpriced that. No, I think I took an offer for it. Sometimes when you actually do get like you're desperate for the money to come in, sometimes that you do accept like most things, but sometimes that might be something to kind of stick and hold and actually wait for the right buyer to come along to actually get the maximum amount of money for it. Right, then we got some Nike jogging bottoms. Picked these ones up because they are the Tech Fleece. You can tell the Tech Fleece because of the rubber logo on it, but these are like the Roma ones as well. So just on there. So FC like AS Roma football, again like kind of like it's got the zip up pockets on there as well. Hopefully we'll be getting like the early 20s for those. Then we've got a nice trench coat. I'll show you just on there. Not ideal because like in a previous video I was showing you how I do my my longer items. So I have to like reconfigure my whole setup. But this is by the brand Uniqlo. Uniqlo seems to be doing like really well for me recently, so hence why I picked that up one. I think I paid £4 for those ones, and hopefully that should get me like kind of like 25 to 30. And then we got a leather jacket, this one, and this is RK Sports. So we've got a nice like kind of like, it is like it's a nice, I suppose the keyword for this is cafe racer. So it just like looks at thing, and it is like it's a nice heavy duty one, and it is designed for a motorcycle. It's not just a fashion one. Right, then we got a vintage, kind of like another like nearly a bomber jacket. This is by Shot New York. The leather ones do like really well. This one has got a bit of a flaw. It's got a tiny little hole just in the back there, so I'm gonna have to obviously disclose that to let people know. But 25, 30, hopefully should get that. All right, next one. This one was from the subscriber. I think it was like Phil off the top of my head. So this is a children's like jacket. So it is tiny, but the brand is super strong. This is Patagonia. It's on there, you can see the, and I think this is a down-filled jacket as well. But yeah, like that even like being a children's one, 25, 30 quid. So like, yeah, got a good deal on that one as well. So thank you very much. And then we've got a couple of like walking, hiking trousers. These ones are really nice, actually. I'm a big fan of this brand. This is Marmot. and these are newer tags just on there. Don't think it's actually got the price on it, but yeah, they're size 32 as well, so good size. And we've got another like pair, but these ones here are convertible legs, and these are by Jack Wolfskin. You can like turn these into shorts. So the keyword on that, which is convertible, so like making sure you can like put that into the title. Hiking, utility, so all those keywords like will help you actually sell it. And then we've got another jumper, nice quarter zip. This is by Superdry again, and it is a size medium on that one. Paid I think £3 for that one. So yeah, £15, £20 maybe. The hiking trousers for the Jack Wolfskins probably 30, and the Marmot maybe like closer to the 40 mark. And then a couple of like other bits we've got, which are a bit of footwear. Paid I think £6 for these ones, and these are some Converse. They're not new, but they are like a platform. So, if I can show you, got the logo on the side there. Soles like kind of like really nice, and I think it's a women's UK 5. I think off the top of my head. Yeah, UK 5. But the platform style, I think, kind of sells it, and it's in the box as well. Definitely helps on that one. So 30, 35 for those ones. And last one, which is an everything item. I'm trying to actually just pick things up what I think are going to actually sell. Right, so Disney, just on here, we open it up. We have got a load of, these are VHSs. So like this is properly old school. But also looking at it, looking inside, so this one's the Aristocats. The actual videos are like kind of sealed. They've not even been opened. So that will hopefully, at least I can actually like kind of put kind of brand new. Having a quick look at comps, like probably 30 to 35 maybe. If I want to get it sold quicker, like, I'll probably take an offer on it. But yeah, that's everything I picked up. Right, just going to have a quick break now. So it is 10:30 in the morning. We're going to have some granola and a nice coffee. So I'm going to enjoy this, get myself kind of changed and freshen up a little bit, and then I will get on with some more jobs. Even though it is a Sunday, it's still a pretty full-on day for me. Right, just been out again, went to my supplier where I can pick up a load of blind clothing, so I've now secured that. Gonna head back home now, and then probably get myself some lunch. It's gone over 1:30 in the afternoon now, so Sundays are kind of pretty full on. They're always like busy, but it's all good though. So hopefully I will pick out a good amount of items from the bundle, and then I will carry on with the rest of the day. Right, we have got a order to pick, so I'm not going to go through like the others, not that there's many, but I am going to pick out one because this is very special. This is for one of you guys. It's actually for Denise. Denise, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you ordering. So we've got a weird fish jumper that I'm going to pick and pack now. So Denise has actually bought a couple of things off me. She bought a kind of a Superdry puffer jacket from me previously as well. So Denise, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support. It absolutely means the world to me. Helps me pay the bills and just keep going on this little journey of mine. So thank you so much. Let me go and pick it now. So the SKU number is 20087. So what I do is it down here? Yeah, should be. Right, we have it just here. Nice weird fish, kind of like Sherpa lined jumper, that one. We get it in the poly mailer. We all like get a nice little thank you card. What should we do on there as well? Let's do a little thanks for the support. Kind regards, Simon. Smiley face. There we go. Denise, that'll be with you in a couple of days. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it.
Send in your questions. Don't be shy. Big or small, we'll give them a try. Your questions matter. We want them all. Answers are coming. Just give us a try.
Is anyone still enjoying the feature? Hope so. Because the amount of questions that I've got today is mind-blowing. So, again, thank you so much. I'm quite shocked. I did say that I wanted as many questions as I possibly can. You have delivered. Now, I'm hoping like this won't be like kind of like monster long, but let's crack on. Let's get on with the questions. Let me like kind of like try and answer as much as I possibly can. Right, first question. First up is Susan Carmen 9768. Well done for keeping going. Well, thank you very much for supporting. I do appreciate it. Right, next we go on to, here we go. She sells car parts UK. Right, so this is Hunley. Hunley, is pretty much the OG, the legend in the game of reselling. So Hunley is also in my my group, in the Tech and Sport group as well. And over the years, she's given me such incredible advice. She's definitely someone that I personally go to if I kind of like need advice, if I'm struggling with something. She's been like just an absolute inspiration for me. So she's also like, she does a podcast as well. She does that with Sam, who lives in Australia as well. So the time like bits, it must be like a nightmare doing that. But definitely check out their podcast because the amount of knowledge that those guys have is incredible. But she says, Simon, love the videos, really enjoying the format and vlogging. Question, why don't you go live anymore? Really enjoy the questions and answers. That's a very good question, and I was probably going to bring that up at some point to try and like get a kind of indication of like, would people like, if you like this kind of style of questions and answers, would you like me to like maybe do that once a week? Maybe like if I can have a set time each week to sit down and let you guys kind of like bombard me with questions, and I'll try and do it similar to this, but like maybe do it live. I'm happy to do this. As you can tell, I'm not editing any of this stuff out, so it's fairly like kind of a lot of it's all off the top of my head anyway. Doesn't mean it's always right, doesn't mean like I get everything perfect, because I am not Superman. I'm just a normal bloke. But Hunley, thank you so much, and I as always I really appreciate the support. Right, we got Vinyl Nutter on again. I bet it's nice to just walk down the garden to work. Yeah, that's like I'm surprised actually how much it has changed my business. The efficiency wise, I know I bang on about like efficiency and doing stuff like as quickly and as efficiently, and I've said that already, haven't I? But basically like doing everything correctly. And certainly having this office here, I feel incredibly fortunate that it is just at the end of my garden. So I can like walk out the back door, 15 steps, and I'm into work. So yeah, I am very lucky, and I feel super fortunate on that one. Right, what we got next? Comment section bingo. Glad seeing you take a little time out with the dog. Question: in the very unlikely event you are unable to source from the charity shops and or boot sales, would you pivot into another job or source elsewhere? Hypothetical, I know. It is something that I kind of like, it does go through my head. I'm certainly not kind of like a young man anymore. This is definitely getting harder. Is my body going to like give up at some point? Probably. But so for me, would I ever pivot and go to another job? Potentially. I think I would struggle like massively now to go back into like what I would class as a conventional job. I don't think now I've kind of like been working for myself and making my own decisions. I think I'd struggle like going back to like kind of like a normal workforce. Potentially, if I was going to like do something else, maybe like something on a self-employed basis, so I can be the one in control still. But I think that I'm pretty good when it comes to sourcing, though. Not brilliant. I don't claim to be amazing, but if I don't have the charity shops or the car boot sales, I will probably go back onto vintage. If that wasn't an option, maybe into wholesale. So there are still other options that I haven't really like fully explored. Maybe like auction houses as well. So there are different options you can go down. But at the end of the day, if I need to pay my bills, guess what? I'm doing absolutely everything I possibly can to make sure that like kind of I keep a roof over our heads. So like never say never, and like potentially if I can't actually get out to work, then yeah, I have to look at some different options. But thank you, appreciate that. Right, next one we've got Woo7649. Sorry, a day late watching. Enjoy long form videos. It's not that you're talking just to drag out the video. Now off to watch day 6. I hope I'm not going to just like waffling, but I am renowned for that, so apologies. Like you can, if I am getting bored, you can always like kind of put me on like fast forward, like 1.5 speed or 2 speed, or you can just skip. So but hopefully I'm giving a little bit of value, I suppose. Right, and we got Vinyl Nutter again. Funny, the Avery UK works for me. Great bit of software. I always save mine and just change the numbers. That's really interesting. Like, if you didn't know, like I mentioned about doing my SKU numbers yesterday and how I print them. And for me, like the UK one hadn't worked. It was just the thing. But Vinyl Nutter seems to think that does work, like here in the UK. So I might actually try that one again. So no, that's really good. Right, next we've got buystuff.ie 2025. This challenge has got me thinking. I want to grow my 2 stores, but I've no space. So how I'm going to try to double my sales by possibly getting a higher conversion rate on my items, by retaking all photos to new style, repricing all items, a new HTML description template, new logo, new color themes for the business. Wish me luck. Now, I think that is actually a very, very good like business plan. I think if you don't have the space for it, you need to like be looking at moving your existing stock faster. And that's definitely something that I'm going to be working on as well. So moving forward, that I want to make sure that the items I've got in my store sell faster than they are at the moment. And like I think, as you say, like taking new pictures, new description, like the pricing structure, I think is a big like part of that as well. So yeah, definitely, I think that's a great one. And like obviously, kind of like follow back, okay, to let us know like in like a couple of weeks' time how it's going, like if you're getting through it, because I personally, okay, would really like to know. If you're going to the eBay Open. And again, this is to everyone. Okay, I really want to like meet people in the flesh. I'm all about. I'm really old school. Okay, I like meeting people in the flesh. So if you do like and see me, please like come on over and come say hello. I'm more than I'd be happily like to have a chat with you. So, but yeah, like, as I say, I'm going to the eBay Open, and I'm really looking forward to it. I met some really like cool people. Like over the past like couple of years, I've met some incredible people, and I think just seeing this all on the TV or the kind of like the laptop, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, and I think we as humans, after like COVID, I think we've lost a lot of that. So I'm very much like kind of like I like to like meet people in the flesh. But I buy stuff. Like, thank you, and yeah, definitely like kind of let me know how you get on. Next one, Babs991. Watched every one so far. Enjoyed this mini series. Hopefully your shop should blow up in 3 weeks. Hard work should pay off. Let's hope. Oh, I do hope so, because today can't be any worse. That being said, like today, like I've had a few more sales, which has kind of cheered me up a little bit. I don't mind admitting, like I've been pretty down like since this morning. It really does like knock your confidence, even like someone like me. Like I try to be positive. I always try to like think on the kind of like, yes, but like there are reasons why it's actually quiet, Simon. I keep telling myself, but the fact of the matter is it's still scary. It still worries me. But I just like try to like keep going and keep plowing forward. So Babs, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Right, next one is hockey fan number 1. To be honest, eBay clearly is quietly telling you to up your promotions by 1% to 8%, so you get another 15 plus sales worth each day. It's very interesting. And there's a lot of people who would actually like probably say you can't give any more money to eBay. They will like kind of that they won't give you anything in return. I think that might be the case. That might honestly like be a very, very good one. And that potentially might be something that I will try and moving forward as of like next week. Moving up to like an 8%, an extra 1%. It does eat into the margins without a doubt. Can I cope with another 1%? Probably. I'd need to like crunch the numbers just to make sure. But that might be. Yeah, it might be a case of like doing that for like a few months until the winter period comes in, and then maybe like revert back to 7%. I don't know. We will see. Right, but thank you, hockey fan number 1. I really appreciate that, and good solid advice actually. Right, Darren Stokes 5274. Hi Simon, thank you for the series of videos. You look knackered. Rude, but true. Feel knackered. So please take it easy. Couple of points. Have you considered going back to as an everything reseller? You put yourself into plenty of places every day. You could find higher value items. Secondly, have you thought about showing someone to create your listings for you, at least some? I get 50 a week done and they cost me £1.50 each. I just send the photos. This gives me a few days off each week. All right, there's a couple of things to pick out there. Would I go back to an everything reseller? I think honestly, I'm that heavily invested into this niche. I think I'd find it incredibly difficult. A lot of the time, I never say never. If someone suddenly says, "Right, Simon, we can get you 10,000 iPhones for £5 each, and they're going to sell for £100 each." Guess what? I'm the new iPhone seller in Kent. But I haven't had that opportunity out of yet. I much prefer like the way that I've got it set up, which is I know like kind of like I know my market, I know who I'm like selling to. I also know what the margins are. I know how quickly most stuff like ideally will sell in. So for me, it's unlikely. I don't think I'm going to go down that route. But what else have we got on there? Getting someone to actually do the listings. Now I am hoping sooner rather than later. like Tech and Sports, he's actually released a piece of software in the US, which is due to come to us here in the UK, and that is it's called betterlister.ai, and that basically will do exactly what you've actually just said. So you would put your pictures into the website, into the program, and it will churn out your picture, your listings, and that costs 50 cents an item, I think it works out at. But theoretically, once it's out, okay, hopefully that will save me a good amount of time, maybe hour and a half a day potentially. So hopefully that will kind of free up a bit of time. But yeah, it's all like kind of valid point that, but at the moment I'm happy to do it as it is. Right, and in regards to like kind of taking it easy, that's definitely something I'm probably going to do like a little recap at the end of this video of like what I've learned so far from this week's experiment. Right, next we've got Magella Connolly 7712. Thanks for sharing your challenge, Simon, and making this excellent series. You provide a wealth of valuable information and advice and kept us entertained with plenty of laughs. I have a practical question. Could you share where you found your computer desk that includes the riser for standing? It looks like a fantastic setup. Thanks. Magella, yeah, this whole series, like, kind of has evolved into something that I really wasn't expecting. I think I was just going to be trying to show a little bit of vlogging, like just a few bits and pieces, but yeah, you guys have like been absolutely incredible when it comes to like getting involved and like sending me questions, sending me comments. So it has evolved into something completely different. And I honestly, hand on heart, I've loved it. I really have. It's been like so good to like kind of like, I wouldn't say like pass on my knowledge, but this is just like kind of like stuff that I've picked up over the years of doing this, I suppose, full time. But yeah, it's now like definitely something that I think there is like maybe I might go a little bit harder on the YouTube side of it. So hopefully I can support kind of the community a little bit more. There's some really good like people out there, but hopefully if I can try and give some practical advice, certainly for not just for like the UK, but hopefully this is more like the wider world stuff. But yeah, that I just like appreciate the support. And Magella, you was also saying about like my desk. Let me like quickly show you that one. Right, okay, so the actual desk is a fairly standard like kind of like office desk. I've got something that like with a couple of drawers in it, but it is a fairly standard like computer desk. Nothing out of the ordinary. This actually is the riser, and this I got this from the car boot sale. I paid £5 whole for this. So I think the best thing with something like this is that you can, I think if you go onto Facebook Marketplace, I think these do come up occasionally. I don't think they're like particularly expensive, £30–40 maybe. I think new, they may well be like 80 to 100, I don't know. But what it actually does, it's got a little kind of lever on the right hand side. Lift that up, and then you can like just put it down to like wherever you want. If you want it at like quarter height, or you can actually have it as a sit-in as well. So then I can just like lift it up like so. Super practical and works incredibly well. But I actually did reach out to another company, and I think they sponsored Ricky Resells. So what's Ricky got that I have not got? But granted, subscribers. And right, granted, like views, yeah. Personality, yeah, he's got that as well. Right, okay, well, they're the reasons he got sponsored by. I think it's Flexi Spot. So they do raised tables and desks that actually raise and lower electronically. I actually did want one of those, and I think that would be really good for my desk, but also for my photo station. I did reach out to them, and they seem to be like kind of very like kind of like, oh yeah, we'll be interested, but they've completely ghosted me now. So maybe like they come back to me now. It's not Lamborghini though, is it? But thank you anyway. Hopefully that helps. Right, on to the next one. We've got Charles Cos. I'm worried. I also feel this is not sustainable in the winter months. Maybe a summer thing since very long hours in the day. Possibly. Yeah, it may well be the case. This whole experiment, it was only ever going to be for 1 week, because I just wanted to see like how feasible this was, see what the product. And you're absolutely right, it is in the summer months, so like the days are like longer. Plus, we've got the car boot sales as well. So, in the winter, is it going to be that much tougher? Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it really is. Right, apologies. I need a quick slurp. That's better. Right, but Charles, thank you. I appreciate the support. Right, next we have got, I started listing 5-day. Oh, sorry, this is Bryn B1282. I started listing 5 a day and ended up 120 a day at my peak, in brackets, with help. Wow, that's 120. Like, it blows me away. So this week I've been doing 40 a day. So releasing 30, but putting 10 into the draft bank each day. But yeah, it's very much a case of yeah, that's incredible. 120. The increase in sales was very gradual for me. I went up in increments of 20, and it took eBay months to catch up. Unfortunately, with extra sales. Kind of what I thought was going to be the case. Yeah, it is it's frustrating, but I think it's going to take a few weeks for sales to come back up. But appreciate the the comments. Charles Costas again has actually put, mate, I noticed a week or more delay before the hard work and the payoffs with extra orders. No worries. Good. I hope so, because I could do with the money. That would be nice. Right, next we've got the Aussie Nurse Flipper. Welcome back. I try to stay away from glass too much work packing it. Yeah, I honestly picking up that one from yesterday. I was packing it and actually going, what? Why did I do this? It'd be a different story. Once it sells and I can get a good price for it, but at the time it's ugh. But I do the same. Pack it after I photograph it. That way I have the correct weight for posting it. Cheers. Yeah, that's a really good idea. All right, next we have Kevin Guard 8716. Hi Simon, I'm a new subscriber and I'm finding your content very informative and interesting. I'm considering getting a thermal printer for my various labels, and you said in the video that you have posted a tutorial on labels, etc. I've searched your videos but can't see one. If you can remember which one it is, could you point me in the right direction? Thanks for the effort with the videos. Yes, I can. Right. Hopefully, I'm going to try and put it up here. Then all you need to do is actually just search the title. So let me do it. It should have been there. Is it there? Right, we're on to the next one, and we have got the mighty Mel from Back from Burnout. Simon, I've really enjoyed the series and love listening to you while I'm working. Thanks for the extra content this week. I know it's time consuming for you to make, and you're doing a great job. Mel, thank you, Mel. No, thank you. I really do appreciate that. That means a lot coming from Mel. And I have said that Mel is kind of like my mentor when it comes to the social media and the YouTube side of it. If you've never seen Mel, yeah, she's a great lovely lady. She's trying a few other bits and pieces when it comes to vlogging, but she's based over in Australia, and I'm hoping one day that she's going to come over and so we can. I'll take her out for a few pints down the local boozer. So, but also like Tom as well, her boyfriend. That there's a video, like if you can watch it.
It's way too steep for me. Oh no, this doesn't look safe. Tom, you're a fool. Tom!
Mel and Tom, they went for a walk, like I'm going to say down a mountain, but then back up again. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like literally, I was wetting myself. So Mel, okay, like thank you, I do appreciate it. Right, next we've got Jane Hayes. I'm learning so much from you. A smiley. Simon, never do that again. That was weird. We normally store our clothes in vacuum bags, but now I'm folding nicely and buying bags to put them in to avoid re-ironing. And also listing 3 items instead of 2. Thank you very much. Oh, that's someone else who's like up in their game. Jane, honestly, like, and like just trying to do that a little bit extra, going from 2 to 3, like anything. Try and like your best to like be consistent. Try to actually and don't make kind of rash decisions and like try and do loads like in one go. But honestly, like sounds like you've actually got it. I like the idea that you're thinking about that. I don't want to re-iron something. Again, what's the point? If you're doing it once, you don't want to do it again. So for me, get it, like make sure it's the best it can possibly be, and then get it packed up so it's ready to go, so you don't have to do any more to it. But well done, Jane, like incredible. Oh, she's back again. It's Mel again. Thumbs up for the longer videos. I can listen while I commute. Yeah, I think Mel like travels like 45 minutes to a warehouse, so hopefully that's helpful for Mel. She has like kangaroos and everything. Down under, and spiders, like ones, not like your little money spiders. Oh, put it on top of your head, like proper like bite you and stuff. But thanks, Mel. Jane again, can you please show me how you fold trousers? Thank you. Well, you put a thank you and a smiley face, so yes, I can. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do like a quick live demonstration on what I do when it comes to trousers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like go down here so you can see. Right, so the first and foremost is just here. You can see that I actually fold the legs upwards like so. And the reason being is because it makes it a nice kind of like square bit just on there. And then what I can do is I can take my pictures. I can go. So everything's going to like be just like so. Once that's done, then what I will do is it will go on the back, fold it like so. And then all I'm going to do is pull it and then go fold it once, and then usually what I will do is put it onto like the table, and I will fold it once, fold it twice, and then fold it 3 times. And then once I've done that, okay, I'll give it a little bit of like push down just to make sure that it actually is like nice and square. So now that's all ready to go. I will then get my plastic bag, and usually hand in there, give it a little open up, and then this is next level hack for you. What I then do is I can do it, turn it into a little tortilla. So fold it over like so, and then get my bag, pop it in like so, and then you unleash it, unfurl it, and it will go like flat like so. Then what you do is you get your SKU number, pop it on there, fold it over, and you are all good to go. Right, Jane, hopefully that kind of made sense, and that was what you was looking to actually find out. But again, thank you. Right, next we have Charles Place. Really hoping your sales pick up as soon for you, or for all the hard work you've been putting in. Do you think you'll be doing a recap in a couple of weeks, hopefully showing that it's all paid off? That's definitely something that I'm thinking of. I think a follow-up in a couple of weeks' time to like let people know how this experiment has actually panned out, I think is like will be super helpful, not just for you guys, but for me as well. Then I can compile kind of like what was actually like the positives and also like the negative side of it as well. So yeah, I definitely do. I want to do that. If it's quicker, like if suddenly like next week it goes absolutely banzai, guess what? I'm going to be like on here going, oh, guess what? Amazing sales. Or I might be like coming on here going, oh, it's really bad. But we will see. But yeah, I'll definitely do an update on that one. Right, next one, Jeffrey Urch, look after yourself, Simon. Yeah, that's definitely something that I have kind of like doing this like experiment. That's definitely something that's I've kind of worked out that I'm definitely not looking after myself. Hence why I'm kind of constantly like feeling run down and all that side of it. So that definitely needs to be like pretty much key priority. But thank you, Jeffrey. I really do appreciate that. Right, Sarah Philpotts 1064. Love this series and still trying to push my listing level to 15 per day. Succeeded 5 out of 6 days. So well done to you. That's amazing. I kind of like literally, I kind of like doing 15 a day. That's a incredible effort. You can't muck about when you actually do like kind of like, yeah, if you're doing more than 10 a day, I think the whole kind of like wasting time kind of goes there. You need to have good processes in place if you're going to be doing that. But Sarah, well done. Like kind of like keep it going, like make sure that you keep going. We're not in business for just one day, we're in business forever, so we need to keep going on that one. Right, next we've got Caroline Gathercole. You are pushing yourself too hard, that's why you get sick. Just what I mentioned. I think that is true. I honestly do. There's a lot to be said that I do push myself to like do the best job I possibly can. Do I kind of push myself too far? Potentially. Yeah, I may well do. So it is something that I'm trying to recognize and trying to deal with. Right, so next one we've got Jonathan Bellini 30447. Sorry, got that back to front. When I sell items, the only feedback for buyers is positive. Yet again, eBay not giving sellers opportunity to leave a neutral or negative. It's a very good point. Like, it would be nice if we could actually, if someone like has not paid or like kind of like that, they've been like a little bit like less than thing. If they've done an iron ad and it was a false iron ad, it would be nice as a seller to be able to like leave like neutral or negative feedback for the buyer. But at the moment, they don't. So for me, don't worry about it, and I just try and like keep that. I try and kind of control what I can control. Right, but thank you. Right, next one we've got, which is from Craig M. Bandsoul. A great insight, Simon. Thank you. I'm at 10 a day level with a full-time job and always have an eye on doing this full-time. It's just hard to break away when you know you pocket about a third of what you make. I'd need a huge numbers to make it worthwhile quitting the 9 to 5. Regardless, good effort and thanks again. It is definitely not there. I would love to tell you that this is really easy to get rich. It's just not. It really isn't. It's one of probably the hardest jobs I have ever done in my life. But that being said, it is without a doubt the most enjoyable. So the money at the moment, like, is still like a bit tight. can I see a way of actually kind of growing it to a point where it should be a lot easier? I can. I absolutely can. I can see, like, I've got a blueprint of like a roadmap of where I want it to go. It's just at the moment I'm having to put in like huge amounts of effort to get that to that point. So and like going full time, like, that is no mean feat. It took me like years to even like jump in and to actually do that. So yeah, you have to like be very confident, and you have to be like you have to understand like how it all works. But doing 10 a day with a full-time job, that's really good. You should be like doing incredibly well. But Greg, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Right, that is it. We have caught up with all the questions and the comments, and that is the end of the 7 days as well. So we've now come to the end of it, and again, I know I've banged on about this, how kind of like how pleased I've been with A, the way it's gone, and B, the support that I've actually received from the community. It's been like mind-blowing. It really has. So I feel incredibly fortunate. I suppose like what have I learned so far from it? Couple of things. First, I'm pleased to know that I can actually push myself to do these extra amounts. So I've clearly found that I can do 40 a day as long as I can secure those items. It's very easy to just buy lots of rubbish. It's not easy to like pick up items that are going to be like worth a good amount of money and like fit your model. But I'm pleased that I've managed to kind of like hit my goal, what I set for the week. Sales have been really disappointing, but the other thing that I've kind of really like realized, even like I'm doing this, is that I need to like listen to my body, and I need to kind of like start kind of like investing like in me personally, not just like trying to actually go like try and do as much work and work as many hours, and I can like do more than anyone else, and I don't need any help. I think the realization is that I can, but to what detriment? Is it like gonna like basically gonna like break me? So that's definitely like the couple of things that I've kind of like I've taken from this experiment. I also like kind of need to like know what I've learned as well is things like packing away. I need to be super efficient. I keep running out of boxes at the moment, so that's another thing I need to like get on top of. You need to have all your supplies there readily available. You also need to, any jobs you're doing, so for example if it's photography, so now what I realize is that you just need to do that full job in one go. You can't get distracted. You can't go onto Facebook. You can't go onto Instagram. You need to like, if you're doing, for example, like the 40 sets of pictures, you need to, I need to make sure that I get a timer out and actually say, right, I've got this amount of time to do this job, and then I can move on to my next job. If between like doing my photography and doing my listing, I want to have like 5 minutes to get a coffee and like maybe like a croissant, I can do that. And if I'm doing that, maybe I want to scroll through Instagram or Facebook, or I want to send a message or something. But I need to be very clear that there are times where I can't muck about. When you get into like the 40 a day plus, you don't have time to like kind of like waste time fundamentally. So those are kind of my take on that. I'm also really surprised at what I've learned as well is to do with community, like you guys. It's been like absolutely incredible. Thank you. All right, anyway, yeah, that was a bit weird. But thank you. I genuinely mean it. All the interaction, all the kind of the nice words. I've even had Yo-Yo like giving me positive words. Who would have thought it? Thank you. Yeah, that's what I've learned. As of tomorrow morning, I think what I'm going to do is probably go back to 15 a day, and I will end and sell similar another 15. So it will feel like I'm probably still doing 30 a day. I think that's the plan. So I will absolutely give you an update. Please, in the chat, like kind of like in the comments, leave like whether I'm going to like do this like on a regular basis when it comes to the questions and answers. Let me know if like this is something that you want me to do more regularly in regards of the kind of the questions and answers. Would you like me to do a live on it? Is that going to be easier, or is the format easier to like and just do it this way as well? So let me know. But I'm going to leave the video there. I'm sure it's going to be another long one as well. Next video I will probably have a little bit of a treat for you when it comes to maybe doing a little bit of cooking. Who knows? But that's it. We're done. We're out of here. 7 days. 7 whole days. Done. I'm out of here. Thank you so much.